The volume there? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
All right. Don't
So as we got music in the background, thank you, sir.
Take at the end of the night, like I leave them everywhere.
All right, man. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Vintage House Radio on Twitch and any other outlet that you guys can view it off of. Facebook. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So in the meantime, in the background, you're going to hear music. But in the forefront, I am honored and graced by the presence of, I'm going to say house royalty because a lot of people don't know what house royalty is, but I'm going to show y'all what house royalty is. My guest tonight is the one and only Mr. Hula Mahone. Evening, brother. Man. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for the intro. I'm like house royalty. I'm like, who else coming in?
Oh no, brother. No. Because when I mention house royalty, and I mean people that have been here from the orchestration of this, and you have in one way, shape, or form touched this music from the beginning till today. So it is important that people know that because I mean it's especially in Chicago, I think a lot of times people take for granted the people that walk around them. Mm-hmm. And you as well as Mr. Joshua, as well as some of the I'm iconic with Chosen Few DJs, Hot Mix 5. When you have people that have been here from the beginning of something, of a movement or whatever, and we see these people every day, it's just like, oh yeah, that's just Hula, that's just Mo over there. Oh, there go Farley, blah, blah, blah. However, people outside of Chicago see you and go, wow, hey, this is the guy that made this. Here's the guy that made that. And they put you on a pedestal. And absolutely. I think that, and we don't, or like I said, we take you for granted because again, I mean, you in our face every day. So that's why I say it's house royalty because brother, I mean, you and Maurice and you separately on your own have made a very big impact on what we call house music. So I think it's big that you get that acknowledgement and flowers while you are still standing. So that's why I do this. So the purpose of me doing this every once a month or whenever the opportunity I can get to do it is to point out where we've come from. And the only way to do that is showing the people that were here to put those building blocks to the house that we have now. So I welcome you and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah, brother, I received that. I appreciate that.
All right, so now this is when I get to turn to I don't do none of the new people that do interviews. I'm Phil Donahue. So I'm gonna get some background on you, and then I'm gonna probe the mind of Hula Mahone because that's big. So give me the brief history of Hula Mahone and where he came from and the stuff that he's done.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a brief history. So, I'm straight out of Harvey, Illinois.
That's right.
Started doing music in the 80s stuff. And like every house producer, artist, whatever, we all were signed to DJ International at one point. We all did records with Track Records at one point. And then, like in 1988, I branched off and started my own record label. The first one was called Future Records. And then once we did Future Records, I think Teddy Riley had a Future Records production. So we had to change it. Then I came up with the name Clubhouse. And me and my producer partner at that time, K Fingers, we started producing, all the acts. So the funny thing, 88, we started all these songs, right? We were just doing songs with our clique, our friends. So of course Maurice Joshua was in there, Liddell was in there, my man Cashmere, aka Green Velvet, is in there, and we just got songs out. I had like a studio in my mom's started putting out songs, man, and then from there, things started getting. We did a song called "This Is Acid" on Track Records, and that picked up at Vendetta, and we got like a little office, and then when we did the little office and stuff, we started putting out, other people's stuff like Ryan Carroll, Ryan Trent, Paul Johnson. Paul Johnson, he had some incredible stuff, but I was so scared that this stuff he had samples in. So we started another label called Power Records just for him, because this stuff was. And I never. We was in the studio one day, and Cashmere was working on a percolator. The percolator was on Clubhouse Records too. Everybody was like, but it don't do it. It just say it's time for the percolator. And it shows you how, sometimes vision is somebody. I never questioned anything that anybody did on Clubhouse, because I was like, it was all about the vibe, the energy. Like, I was like, hey, I got this label. Whatever y'all do now. So put all these songs, we had put the new out, and then that got picked up to Mercury. I mean, it was it's been just doing 80 now. And I had stopped DJing for a while. Somebody broke my car and stole my records. Stopped DJing, just concentrated on production. And then me and K, we had a great thing to do. We used to do we did hip hop stuff too. Like we did like Too Short but Funky remix, and that's when we started doing stuff with Wayne. I think our first remix was with Mr. Lee, and then Jive Records had signed us, and we started doing all the stuff like D-Night stuff with Ruby Turner, Billy Ocean, and that's how we got to do the song "Summertime" with Will Smith.
Okay.
Like Wayne has signed us to Zomba Jive Records, and then we started doing like all production for Jive artists. So we did the Summertime, but at the same time we doing Summertime, when we get done with the studio doing Nunu with Adele, we all types of crazy stuff. And how you talking about like the flowers and all that stuff, and how it's just every day here. I never forget Clubhouse Records tour. So it was like Cashmere, Liddell Townsend, my man Silk E, which we end up being the Out Here Brothers later on. Man, we went to Baltimore, New Jersey. Out there to perform Nunu, dude. Why everybody out there singing the songs?
Yeah.
I couldn't even get no radio play here. I couldn't get no radio play. They kind of laughed at me. They was like, "This is a pop song. It's a pop song, man." New Jersey and Baltimore, dude, they was killing it.
They was killing it. They was killing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and just by chance, Maurice was like, "Hey, man, Bruce Carbone is in town." Bruce Carbone was the guy who signed us when we was on Vendetta for This Is Acid. And I was like, "Man, give Bruce these records right here when you take it to the airport tomorrow." Man, Bruce called me Monday morning, was like, "Man, that Nunu song, I'm signing that shit tomorrow. I'm signing that shit today." He's like, "That's a hit out here." And we man, to be on our side, man, just to be creative and do stuff. And the people who like it just like it. We did a lot of licenses, and then we started Out Here Brother stuff, and Out Here Brother stuff was like Pass the Toilet Paper, Fuck You in the Ass, Boom Boom Boom. That was originally like we were trying to the house version of 5 Crew, but we was raising money to put Liddell Townsend out because he got dropped for Mercury, and then that popped out overseas and became like #1 songs all up through Europe and stuff, man. And dude, and to this day, I'm traveling doing concerts overseas. I just got back Monday. And I'm always traveling like at least twice a month overseas doing shows for the Out Here Brother stuff.
Yeah, that's why I say again. When I say this again, this is house royalty.
Yeah. So then like I think about 15, 16 years ago, that's when Visions was big before Visions closed down. It was like a lot of house stuff going on in the city. Man, I really wanted to do something in the suburbs, so I had started the I Love House Music Fridays at Revs because I just wanted to do something in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Man, that thing turned out to be something great, man. It blew up, My alumni came out and supported in the beginning. And we just had a whole vibe out here, man. I had a whole nother movement of I Love House Music Fridays and doing house music out in the burbs, man. So, and then now I'm just back into my remixes now, doing a lot of remixes on Bandcamp. You can hit me at Hula Mahone on Bandcamp to get some of my remixes. And man, I think now at 56, man, I'm just really trying to enjoy life, man. Just like doing my shows, traveling as Out Here Brothers, doing my remixes, and I like my cigars.
Yes, yes. In case y'all don't know, y'all want to know, if Hula Mahone, that you think if you think he's good at music, this is a connoisseur of cigars as well too. This brother knows his stuff. So whenever
Oh,
if you
yeah.
see him anywhere selling cigars, trust me, he ain't
Yeah.
selling you. He ain't selling you the $2 ones. No, he's selling you
Oh,
quality.
yeah. And I
Absolutely.
got for this summer for the house music turning 40. I got a house music 40 cigar too for this summer.
Look at that. Look at
Yeah.
that. All right.
So
So,
that's my brief history.
well, it's an impressive brief. However, so now I want to get your opinion on some stuff because
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people, again, I think especially when eh, with a person with the history that you have in this game, a lot of times a lot of people get hesitant about asking people like in your status because they're like, oh no, maybe I'll just get the PC answer. I know I'll never get a PC answer from you because we've always been real with each other. So
Absolutely.
give me your view on house music as it is today.
House music as it is today is great. It's great. House music in Chicago is different.
Okay.
Outside Chicago, house music is very progressive. House music is man, it's man, it's global. Like when I'm overseas, like in the restaurants, they got DJs playing house music. And all the
Okay.
DJs playing house music. All the parties, some of them be EDM, but that's a form of house music. But like in
It's
the
a baby.
restaurant, clothing stores, man, they be playing the soulful house. They be playing everything. I mean, music. This I really learned by traveling overseas over the last 35 years, man. It was amazing to me, like our songs, like the Out Here Brothers, it'd be like number one. Right under us would be a rock song. Right under that would be like a slow ballad classical song. Over there, they don't have they charts is just the top 40, the top 40 popular songs. It ain't branched off into dance music, hip hop, R&B, pop. It's just one chart. Whatever's hot to, that's on the chart. And I think that's really amazing that we don't have that here. Everything section off. Like you got
Yeah. R&B,
Christian
you got hip hop, you got
R&B,
yeah, I get it.
pop,
I get it.
pop like that over there. If they got one chart, all them songs that's hitting is on the chart.
That's cool. And that's the way it should be. But they won't make enough money doing it like that here in the States. They gotta
Yeah,
have each chart. Top 10 hip hop, top 10 R&B, top 10 country, top 10 pop. That's how they do it. That they gotta make their money that way. That's how they do it. So
yeah. But I
you
think
said,
it's up to the DJs really to move the culture in Chicago a little bit forward. I mean, I guess because this is the mecca, the beginning of the house music thing, and we got our, so-called deep house, underground house, disco house, because we got so many fashions of house music, juke house, everything that's like really born in Chicago. It's
mm-hmm,
it's always a fight. It's always a fight, an internal fight as a DJ to, depend on where you play or to try to move the crowd forward. I mean, it's
mm-hmm.
fight all the time. So I'll
Yeah.
give you an example. So when I was doing I love house music Fridays at Revs, I used to have I got a text list when I send out texts to all the people who joined the list. So on one Friday, I'd be like, all right, y'all, first 2 hours is Afro House. Then the next week, hey y'all, first 2 hours is just new music. Hey y'all, next week, first 2 hours is just soulful music. So I mean, I was trying to do my part in moving the thing forward. But you got those classic people that want to hear the same stuff every week. But I mean, it's as a DJ, especially in Chicago, you got to try to find that balance or create an atmosphere, a certain night with a theme that's just for that. And
Right.
I think you do that. That's what the people come to.
True
But it has
enough.
to start with us. It got to start with us.
Absolutely. Um, if with you being in it as long as you have been, what if there were people that guided you in this direction, who would you say that you know that you looked up to or gave you influence to do this? I mean, because I know essentially you had an idea, and I knew how
Mhm.
you wanted to take that idea. Sometimes a lot of people have ideas, but they never get that idea expressed.
Mhm.
How, if there was anybody that was, a DJ or anybody out there, who you say your biggest influences are?
Yeah, I think like on like let's say let me take it from this point of view, like from like for the influence for me to do the I Love House Music Fridays and just do my own little thing. It comes out of if you're a DJ, how do you get started? How do you start playing? You gotta start a movement. Like somebody came to me at my birthday party at VIP, and you know what he said? He said, "Man, I need you to put me on." I said, "Put you on?" I said, "What does that mean?" And he was like,
Right.
"Put me on, man. Let me DJ with you." I said, "Dude, brother, let me tell you what you should do. Start this I Love House Music Friday." It was a movement. It was me, Maurice, East Move, and Adele. It was just us. And as the crowd grew, we was able to bring in other DJs, stuff like that. But we started a movement. And I'm
Right.
like, dude, ain't nobody booking you. You got to start a movement. And even
Yeah.
I Love House Music Fridays, I wasn't DJing nowhere really. Actually, I didn't even DJ for 3 years. I started back after the third year. I started back DJing, and it was just movement. You got to movement. You got to be with the people and see where they at, see what you can bring, and just start a movement. So
Right.
starting it, that's when I was going to Visions and Reynolds. I like what Mike Dunn was doing. That how he had a movement at
Yeah.
Reynolds. I like
Yeah.
the way Daniel. I think at Visions. I think I can't remember where he was
It
at.
was, it was it started at Visions, and he took it to Dating Game. Yeah.
That was for me. That was a
Yeah.
movement. Got to the dating game on
Yeah.
Sundays. You know exactly what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some disco in the beginning, and then he's gonna ramp it up a little bit later. When you go to
Yep.
Reynolds, you knew what Mike was doing. You knew what it was
Yep.
doing. And then
Yep.
I respect that, and I was like, you know what? I want to start a movement too. I'm gonna start something out here. So I think like Emmanuel, Mike Dunn, even Reggie Cohen. I know he was like the one doing the promotion and stuff like that. And I like the movement they was doing. On the Flowers, I like the movement they was doing because it wasn't
Right.
just get in a place and have DJs. Nah. When I used to do revs, I used to get there at 6 o'clock, man. I turned them lights out, put my light bulbs in, candles and all the table. I'm like, I gotta set a vibe.
Hmm.
This is the
Right.
vibe. I would go out there and clean up the tables. Dude, I used to rent tables and chairs for the patio. Because oh, this gotta be a vibe. Gotta be so
Yeah. I mean, 'cause that's all part of the culture. You're absolutely
yeah,
right.
yeah, I'm
You know,
you
because I mean, because we relatively talk about 40 years of house music, but to be
uh-huh.
perfectly honest, the culture's been around longer than the music itself. To be perfectly honest, because the
Absolutely.
vibe was created a long time before the first house track came out, because it was about exactly what you're talking about, that vibe, that culture.
Yeah,
We had to. It
that's what
starts somewhere. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
music.
because even like what we do on Sundays, it's a
Oh,
cult.
that's a whole
It's a
vibe. I be telling people all the time, dude, y'all
yeah.
gotta come to Jack Park. It's a straight vibe out there, and it's
I
a
mean,
good.
yeah. I mean, and again, like with House Music Fridays, it wasn't 1 or 2 nights. It had to be built, and as you
Yeah,
build it, people,
man,
that old saying, if you build it, they will come. That's
dude,
exactly how it works.
I was up there
Absolutely.
6 months. I never forget my first day up there. My first I Love House Music Fridays, like 22 people, 22 people, and then the next week it was like 32 people. After that,
Yeah.
it was like 5. After that, it was like 79, and
Yeah.
then we got 100 and something, and we was like, oh, we doing it. Yada
Right.
yada yada. Later, people can't even get in that joint.
Right. I'm about to say it got to the point where you had to stand outside or listen to it on the outside because you couldn't get in. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
one thing I did the first 3 years, one thing I did that I Love House Music Fridays at Revs, I would sit out there first hour because it was free the first hour. I would greet everybody, I learned everybody's name who came because I got to know my regulars. I got to know my regulars. Because the
Right.
regulars, they'll get you through them. They'll get you through them slow nights, and they'll get you through just doing regulars to get you through it because they understand what you're trying to do. So I'll sit out there.
Absolutely.
I like what Hit 'em Hard doing too on his
Yeah.
what do you call
Yeah.
it?
Love, peace, and
Yeah, the lot at the lot. I love that what he do
yep.
at the lot. He been
Oh
growing that
yeah,
group.
that's very nice. Absolutely. Coming up, as a matter of fact, everybody, it's coming up to Sunday.
Yes,
99th
sir.
and
Parnell.
99th and is it
Parnell.
yep, 99th and Parnell. So if you're
Yeah.
not doing nothing, so well, wait. Let me advertise mine first. I'm sorry, because I can't over okay. So there are two events this Sunday that are going to be in effect. The normal every Sunday GB Disco Sundays at 64th and Stony.
Absolutely.
We actually are doing the Four Horsemen this weekend, which is the four guys that play for GB Disco, and our special guest is Mr. Gentry himself, Melvin Gentry. Um, Also going down is Love, Peace, and Happiness, 99th and Parnell. It is hosted by Mr. Darrell Hit 'em Hard and his wife. It is a very nice event to go to. It is very family oriented and it is fun. So
Yeah.
if you don't go to one, go to the other.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say come to ours, but if you support Darrell, trust me, we understand. But
Hmm.
here's the best thing about GB Disco is we're gonna be there next Sunday too.
Yeah.
So
Sunday, Sunday after that. Hey,
and
listen.
the Sunday after that, yes, sir.
Funny thing,
So yeah, we GB Disco is really all about the culture. It really
no,
is.
this
I'm
how I
not here
know
to
it's
talk about me. I'm here to
no.
talk about you, sir. So
No,
yeah.
hold on. Tell you this how you know it's about the culture at GB Disco. Remember last Sunday when it rained 3 times?
Yes.
The first time it rained, nobody stopped dancing. Everybody's
That's
out there
right.
dancing in the rain.
That's right.
The second
That's
time,
right.
you got some
That's
people,
right.
but they still was dancing in the rain.
That's
The third
right.
time it rained hard, everybody just went in the tents.
And
But
was
when it went
dancing.
out, everybody came out and kept dancing because it's
That's
about
right. Yeah.
movement.
It's
You know what you get
again,
on Sunday.
it's a culture. It's not
Yeah.
about any specific thing other than the support and love of what we've been doing 30 plus. Absolutely. So yeah, very true.
I was
Okay.
I was laughing. I was telling my people, I said, these are some real houses out here. They dancing in the rain, y'all. They
Absolutely. And I'm glad we have them and I love them 3,000%. Okay. So now let's get back to you, sir. So,
oh
now with all the different genres that we listen to and we hear and that's available for everyone to listen to, um, is there anything particularly that you like that stands out more than others that you go, I really like the soulful house or I really like the Afro house or how is it with you?
yeah, I kind of like all of it, man. But I think I'm more of an Afro house guy, but more of the up tempo Afro house stuff. And it's
Okay.
because if you ever look at if anybody want to look at the Afro house stuff, look at Afro house from the South African perspective.
Yes.
And me so much of the '80s because
Hmm.
it's only kids. You can see
Right.
them parties, it's kids. You can see little
Yeah.
videos, all the little kids out there dancing to the South African house. And it just reminds me so much of the '80s movement, how it used to be us at Mendo, the playground.
Hmm.
It's just like we were just young and kids. Nobody was
Right.
drinking. It was 21.
Right. Oh yeah. No. Sawyer's was juice. Sawyer's was a juice bar. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, it was.
And it just that the South African house remind me so much of that. And I just be like, man, I just love that energy because you see the kids out there dancing, and I just like I love the South African stuff, and I like a lot of the soulful stuff too. I love what my man Black Terry and Josiah doing on Sunday night on Saturday nights. I can't believe them brothers still be doing 12 to 6 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And I missed one Sunday at GV Disco because I played with them home till like o'clock in the morning. And I had to call Sharice. I was like, babe, I've been asleep for an hour and a half. I can't make it.
I know that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. I mean.
But I think definitely South African house. I really like the South African house because I'm a beat guy. I love beats and
Right.
bass.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It, evidence is in your music, brothers. Absolutely. I get that. Absolutely.
I knew it was gonna be heavy beats.
Okay. So now I need some controversial answers, sir. So I'm gonna hit you with the controversial questions. What's the problem in Chicago?
Okay, I think it's multiple problems in Chicago. Let me just give you my pet peeves.
Okay.
So I love my house music community. I love them, but I don't like them sometimes. I love, but I don't like them sometimes. So I'm gonna give you a couple examples. First example is Chosen Few. People talking about prices are going up too high. The prices are going up too high. So you $100 for one event once a year, the biggest house event in Chicago. People from all over the world come here just for Chicago for this Chosen Few. You go to the club, you know you're going to the club if you're drinking, you're gonna spend $60 in the club. You're gonna spend
Yep.
$60 in the club. So you telling me that it's not worth supporting Chosen Few for these big events. And it's like the reason why EDM and all of us overseas, DJ and all that stuff, because they pay, and for house music, Chicago culture to grow, it has to be financed. I mean, that's the way it has to be financed. You got to pay for it.
Right.
Like we got Chicago people are so used to free that not in a pot you ask them to pay. And I get that. I get that because they spoiled. They used to it. Because it's so much abundance of house music. There's so many events, so many clubs and stuff like that. But if you
Yep.
want to keep it real in Chicago, you got to support it. You got to support it financially. It's not going to sustain itself with just people showing up. You got to support it financially. The sound costs money, the DJs cost money, the atmosphere costs money, the promotion costs money. And to keep the stuff going, you at some point you gotta finance it. And
Absolutely.
doing these shows, man, performing, dude, these tickets are fucking $60.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the lowest ticket may be $25. Dude, I just got back to Ibiza on Friday, and I did 2 shows in the UK. All these shows, I did the 2 festivals in the UK and in Ibiza. Man, it's like 6,000 people. I was in Mexico 3 weeks ago. We did an arena. It was 16,000 people there. 16,000 people there. I'm just like, these people overseas, it ain't whether the price is not the question, it's whether they can make it or not.
Right.
But they put value on the experience. And I
Exactly.
think Chicago people don't put value on the experience because they're used to free. But you have to put value on the experience for the experience to grow and keep moving.
I agree. I agree 1000%. The culture is the culture. I mean, we can all sit back and talk about the good old days.
Yeah.
That's nice, but the good old days don't function today. It's a progress. Everything that we do has to have value, and in that value is financial support. Absolutely, I agree. I agree.
Pay for the culture, you're devaluing the culture.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
remember the music box and like Club Rays, dude, we still paid to get in it. We still
Yep.
paid.
They wasn't free.
It wasn't free at all.
No, it wasn't free at all. No, it wasn't. None of those parties was free. Nothing was free.
We still paid.
Absolutely.
The hilarious thing is the price is still the same.
Right. Right. I mean, the price ain't gone up that much. I mean, come on, really? I mean, but even for a festival, you're paying $90. A festival. You know what I'm saying? A festival. I mean, because I'll be perfectly honest. When I was doing Miami for the WMC, when they brought EDM in and they started doing that on a 3-day weekend.
Dude,
The last time I did it,
25.
yep. Matter of fact, yeah, when I was there in 2019, the 3-day weekend, the EDM festival profited $180 million. Profited, not made, profited. So that builds on something. So next year they turn up another notch. The Chosen Few has done a lot to improve the culture. They have done a lot to keep the culture going. So it's only right to financially support them, to put them through so we can get to next year. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, I
It
got
shows
you.
stop. Everybody be like, man, because I get tired of people saying, I remember when it was free behind behind the shed. Yeah,
Yep,
everybody remember free, but it ain't free.
absolutely. It ain't free no more. It's time to move on. It's time to move on and move up.
It's
Progress involves a whole lot of stuff. Yeah.
and it is never money grab to put it on. To put on a real event, it costs money to put on a real event. It costs
Especially of
money,
that magnitude
man.
especially of that magnitude now. Yes. City of Chicago want they cut.
Mhm.
So you gotta make sure they get their cut and we can keep going on after they
Yep.
get their cut. Absolutely.
I ain't mad
Um,
at I ain't mad at the city of Chicago because giving them their cut makes them validate the house music culture
absolutely. It's
because they
it
see
right.
Chicago sees the value in the house music culture when
Which,
we don't.
which when we don't do it the same, which is why we can have a Frankie Knuckles drive, a Hot Mix
Mhm,
drive, a Farley Jackmaster
mhm.
Funk, whatever it is, drive. We got all these streets that's being named after all the people who have been bringing it on or giving it to us for so long. That just it gives us more validation that what
Yeah,
we do is real.
yeah.
It is real, absolutely. Um, let me if you could because I know you. See, I'm a big listener of people. I like going out listening to DJs, just because I just want to see people's stories and see how they tell stories. If is there anybody that you can say, you know what? I listen to this guy. I think he's underrated, and I don't think he gets the shine he should. Is there anybody like that that you know?
Well, I think I wouldn't say they people are underrated or don't get the shine because I really don't know because I be moving on space so much that I don't even know. But
Okay.
I know on Sunday when Melvin is playing, he gonna give it to him.
Oh
he
yeah,
gonna give
absolutely.
he gonna tell a story. He
Oh
gonna
yeah,
definitely.
absolutely,
My
absolutely.
my niece Sunday there last week, and I'm sure she told her story. Her
Oh, she
stories,
sure did. She
her
sure
story,
did.
and she gonna connect, and the people gonna connect with her who she connects to. And
Absolutely.
the great thing about the house music DJ culture is that you if people get you, they'll come listen to your story,
Mm-hmm.
and people gotta understand we tell our story through music. So I feel like I wouldn't say underrated, but I would love to hear Melvin Gentry more. I would love to hear some Calvin more. But the only way I would say that to any DJ, start a movement,
Right.
build your crowd up, your own crowd.
Right.
Because I be like, you don't want to come play to my crowd. My crowd, they like me.
Right.
I bring people in for a guest DJ sometime when I was doing it all the time, but it's just like when you build your crowd up, you know what they know what to expect from you, and you can lean them in different ways, and just experiment with them. So I mean, but
Right.
I love DJs all the time. I'm telling you, I be getting, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I be Shazamming on Sunday sometimes, but not sometimes. I'm going to Shazam 2 or 3 songs. I be telling Black Terry all the time. I be telling Black Terry, I'm like, dude, would y'all go ahead and post the shit, man? I got to Shazam some shit for this week. I ain't shame on that.
Yeah, they be tripping me out with that unshazammable stuff. Yeah, I be like, okay, dude, what y'all doing, man? Come on, man. Let's spread that love. Don't just keep that in your own
No,
repertoire.
but this is the thing. They get them before they come out, but they gonna be out in 2 weeks. The
Oh
song gonna be
yeah,
out.
I know. Yeah, I know. They think slick, but
Yeah,
I got my eye on them all the time.
yeah. But
Um,
I think
so
I think I love to listen. Just listen to most DJs because I'm just saying I want to hear the story. So I mean, I'm open. I don't think it's really underrated DJs, but I do think that Chicago has more DJs than any city. I really do think Chicago got more DJs than any city, man.
oh, I concur with that, man. We got an overabundance. However,
Overabundance.
yeah. Okay, so
Be it good or bad, the controllers change the game for a lot of people.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So let me ask you. I always want to know this because I mean, as a producer, what's it like
Mhm.
winning a Grammy, dude? Tell me what's it? No, let me precursor that. First of all, what's it like getting that call to say you are nominated and then actually getting it?
You know what, man? This is the funny thing, man. So at that time, we was really working with all the jive artists. When they said we got nominated for a Grammy, this is who else got nominated that year was OPP. Not by name. I didn't think we was going to because OPP was a fucking huge song.
Right.
So I was like, cool. I don't really know the value of a Grammy. You know, I'm in my 20s. I don't know. So it's cool. We actually in the studio working with Ruby Turner or Billy Ocean in Chicago. So we didn't go to the Grammys because I'm like, I don't want to go to no fucking Grammys. I want to work in the studio.
Right.
So, because I'm a studio rat. My enjoyment is creating. That's my enjoyment, creating in the studio. So we watched the Grammys in the studio at Jive Records in Chicago at Battery Studios. That's what they call it, Battery Studios. And we saw them win the Grammy. We was like, oh, that's cool. We turned the TV off and went back in the studio. And I really didn't know, like, we would be getting all these, like, working with all these people, we was working with Salt and Pepper, we was working with my man Geraldo, we were working with a lot of people. Dude, honestly, it took me like 3 years to understand, like, we was doing this because we won a Grammy.
Right.
Like, you know, people was coming at us at our management company to work with us because we won a Grammy. I really didn't understand the value of a Grammy until like 3 or 4 years later. Like when I tell people like, yeah, I won a Grammy and stuff, like I tease Maurice all the time because Maurice, you can't say Maurice's name on his title or on flyers without saying Grammy Award winning.
Grammy Award winning, yeah.
I be teasing him all the time, like, hello, Grammy Award winning, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm just like, dude. but I get it now because people really put value on that Grammy. They really do. But I'm like, okay, it's cool, but how I'm gonna eat tomorrow?
Right. I get it. Yeah. That's a good.
But I would say that the summertime song.
That's a good tease from now on. Maurice, if you're watching, I'm gonna let you know from now on. I'm not even gonna say Maurice no more. Grammy Award winner.
Maurice Johnson. You know what? He's supposed to jump down on this, but he's on the cruise right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll get back Friday.
Okay, that's cool. No, but shout out to Mo. I mean, good people. You got both of you guys. To be perfectly honest, I mean, even with all of my interaction with you, with both of you all, have been absolutely wonderful. Even though I'm still waiting on the email, I ain't gonna say about what you were supposed to be shooting me an email, but that's beside the point. We'll put that one to the side. No, I'm just kidding, brother. I want to stay on the producer side with you because I think a lot of times people don't. I mean, everybody sees the end result, and when I talk to producers, I try to I like to pick the mind of a mad scientist because that's what I consider you guys, mad scientists, because some of the stuff that you guys create is unbelievable. Straight great monsters, not Frankenstein's. Straight monsters. So tell me tell me about. I'll give you a good example. So a lot of people play Verb. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that they play of your stuff, but Verb just came to mind right now.
So hold on. Let me give you the story of Verb. So Verb, before it came out, Verb is actually 4 years old. I never finished it. So I'm with Maurice one day, me, Maurice, and East Move. And I was like, man, I got these tracks I've been working on. I play Verb. And Maurice was like, man, I'm gonna put this shit out tomorrow. And I was like, you know what, man? Let me finish mixing it. 3 weeks go by, and he going, what's up the mix? And I said, dude, if I don't have it done in 1 more week, just put it out as is. And then 1 more week went back, I couldn't finish the mix, and I was like, man, just master that shit and put it out. At that time, it was 4 years old. I've been sitting on it for 4 years.
Wow.
And I was just like, and I was like, because it's a sample, I said, don't put it under my name, just put it as me remixing it. I said, I don't want my name on it because I got sued before for some stuff we did with Will Smith from George Clinton people. And so I'm real worried about putting sample shit out. Like publicly. I'll put it on Bandcamp, but not
Right.
publicly through
Right.
stream. And he put the shit out, man, and the fucking response was great. I mean,
Oh,
I
man,
got
it's
out to say
ridiculous.
my drum, and like on Track Source, we was like #1 and #2 for a couple of weeks, and I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I was about to say, 'cause I was about to say, 'cause beat my drums. I'll sit in the house and play that I won't even have to mix none of that thing. I like listening to. I like, again, your sound is exceptional, and I think a lot of people pay attention to it because, again, as your history proves, when you make it, it is worthwhile listening to and buying. So I agree. So yeah, okay. So how do you so now I'm gonna pick the mind of the mad scientist, because I notice a lot of the stuff a lot of stuff that you're releasing now on Bandcamp, I can tell is your personal favorites.
Okay.
I see it through your personal favorites.
So,
Yeah.
because I got a cigar company, Cigar Lives, my cigar company. So because I got a cigar company, and I really my cigar lifestyle. So I DJ a lot in the cigar lounges. So cigar lounges got house heads, but it's the commercial house heads. So
Right.
when I'm cigar lounges, I'm playing old school hip hop, old school R&B, reggae, like that. So I started taking all my favorite R&B songs and making house versions.
Right.
So all that stuff on Bandcamp, all them R&B songs, that's really stuff I play in the cigar lounge. I made a house version because they cigar lounge they'll respond easier to the house R&B. That's why I'm doing a lot of the R&B house remixes, because I was just doing my favorite R&B songs. I'm like, let me make a house of it.
I mean, it makes sense, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I know these songs are your favorites.
Yeah, they're my favorite songs. Yeah.
I agree. So so when you're in the studio, how do you work a track? How do you make an edit? So tell me. I mean, I don't want you to get into full details, but what's the process for you?
Okay, it's a couple different processes. Some days I'll just go down and just have a feel, and I'll just start with the track. But a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, man. A lot of times, if I'm in the car listening to like some stuff on Mixcloud, or listening to Black Terry and Josiah and them, whoever got like a streaming weekly show with mixes, I may listen to something. If it's something that's grooving me, I like it may be a song and I will sing another melody over it.
Okay.
I get the idea, and I'm like, I'll go in the fucking studio and do a beat and something similar or influenced by that, just that type of style kind of. So it changes. Sometimes I'm influenced by something that I like, that I heard, or something that I'm playing, or something that somebody else is playing, and I'll be like, oh man, I like that. I like the groove of that. I like the vibe of that. I like the energy of that. And I'll start from that. I'll start from that energy point of view. And then sometimes, man, I'll just be like with the remix, I just find an old song that I like. I'm like, make a house version of it.
Okay.
And then some days it'd be like, I may have left church or something, and I love the chords. I love church chords, and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna do a house song to that. What they played today, I'm gonna do a house version to that. And maybe take some of the chord progressions and just change it around. So it's always it goes back to the whole thing of the inception of house music, how we took the old disco, the old Italian house bass lines, the like this from Moody, you know what I'm saying? Godfather from Sunday, you know what I'm saying? It's sort of that same thing. Like, I like that groove, I like that piece of that. I'm gonna do something over with like that, or create something like that.
Okay. All right. So now I want to ask. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. So
Yes, sir.
I want to see. Okay. So I need you to tell me. I'm gonna ask you. Best way to say it. So I'm gonna say, outside of your music, what's your most favorite house track of all time?
You know what? I can't say all times because it changes every month. Every month is something different. Every month is something different. You know what's so crazy, man? What I really like right now is that Jerusalem song.
Really?
Dude, where was I at? I was somewhere. Oh, I DJ I DJ at the Park Forest House Fest a couple of weeks ago. Dude, my last Muslim song.
Okay.
It's not really house, but it got that vibe. But
It's
I know
part of
that crowd, I'm like either that was my last song, so I was like either y'all gonna feel this or not. But y'all know me, so y'all know I'm gonna throw something in a little different sometimes.
something a little different. Yeah.
Song that's because it's not really house, but I play it like house.
Well, I mean,
it's some soulful stuff that I'm really liking right now. Like I heard Pevin Everett a remix overseas, man. Maurice found it for me, but I didn't get it yet because he Shazammed it when we was in the car overseas. But when we downloaded it, it wasn't a remix that we heard.
Right.
But it's like, I'm like, it's always something every month. It's something every month. But in the summer, I really don't do that much production in the summer because I'm really selling cigars like Tuesday through Sunday every week.
Right.
So I don't do that much production. So in the fall, I really get into it, like listening to stuff and try to do production from like probably November up until March. I'll be doing production. But now I'm DJing, selling cigars, man. So it's hard for me to get like what I'm really into right now because it's just a bunch of stuff, man, that I might hear on the wham. Like I said, I wish I'm on the phone right now, so I can't pull up what I Shazam last Sunday.
I got you. No, I understand.
But it changes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's soulful, sometimes it's tracky, sometimes it's Afro house, sometimes it's like the progressive house stuff. It just changes. It just whatever hits me, man.
Whatever catch you. I got you. Yep, I feel you on that. So, all right. So I can't get an all time. So what I'm gonna do is
I ain't got no all time, but I do got a couple that.
No, but you know what though? And I say this what I mean like this. There's always that one song. See, like for me, there's that one song, and no matter what, it takes you back to the experience to probably either the first time you heard it or how impactful it was at the time. See, like for me, it's like melodies. You know what I'm saying? Melodies is no matter how long I can play it 18 million times in a row, and I'm still gonna like it like I heard it from day one. You know what I mean?
One song like that for me that I play all the time in my DJ set is "Shake Your Body." Boom, 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 boom. I play that all the time. When I play it, the crowd always react like, "Oh!" That's just one of them songs that you probably gonna hear me every set.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the one that just grabs you, and no matter what, it is always going to be with you, no matter what you are. You could probably be singing it to yourself when you're somewhere. I get you. Okay. Is there okay? So, as a producer, I mean, you have some. I firmly believe that that we have. Chicago has some of the best producers ever out there in regards to this genre. Now we have some exceptional ones that are outside of Chicago, but I think that's still the core of either a remixer or or a guy who makes edits or even whatever. I think that we still have the core here. We may have some that have left. They still from Chicago. So if what more like okay, I guess who else can you give a shout out to that's here that that makes a difference for what we do in this culture?
Man, hold on, the beat make me do It's a lot, man. I still like the stuff that Mike be doing. I like the stuff that Terry be doing. Of course, Maurice doing. My man E Smooth got a new song dropping next week, I believe. I be playing Melvin Gentry edits all the time.
Yeah.
Boy, I be playing some of his edits all the time. My man Malcolm, he got that's good. Fucking Titan be killing it. Stevie B be killing it on the edits and stuff. So it's a lot of them, man, to be out there doing it, man, that I really, really gravitate to. Mike Love be a lot of good edits too.
Oh man, Mike got some crazy. Man, Mike got some. Oh my goodness. I sat and listened to some. I got a lot of his music, and I'm like, and again, no disrespect to anybody else, because I play everybody from Chicago.
Hmm.
Because again, the only way, the best way to honor and support you guys is by giving the people you guys thoughts, and your guys thoughts. Those are the songs we play. So I try to play everybody. I love everybody from Chicago because it's ridiculous that
And
we
I
that
love the whole Bandcamp thing has evolved, where it's almost like we are remixing some of our classics, house songs, and soulful stuff, and putting just a little different spin on them. You know,
yeah
just just making it new again with a
right
different. I really like the way everybody's doing these remixes, because I be telling people right now, like if you want to DJ now, you got to be on Bandcamp to find some new edits, because it's
right
some stuff out there. It is some stuff out there, but
yeah
you gotta put in the work. You gotta put that work in and go
yep
search it. Man,
right
that's when I'm ready to DJ, dude. It's a 2 hour journey for me. I'm like in 2 hours. I am music going to camp, going to track source, iTunes, downloading new music, stuff that I like. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but it's still stuff that I like. And I try to create a space sometimes, like like I might go to a club Lavu on a weird night, like a Monday, ain't nothing going on, and I'll be like, hey y'all, but I'm a DJ outside. If I want to come feel this vibe, come feel the vibe. But that might be a loungy, soulful day, and it just,
right
you know what I'm saying. But it's just like sometimes you know how it is. Sometimes you gotta get this music off your chest.
yep
When I
yep
get stuff, I just gotta get it off my chest. I gotta be because I think some of the stuff gonna work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But I gotta put it out there just to see though.
yep
I really
absolutely
a lot of the loungy stuff too. That's why I like DJing the cigar lounge, because cigar lounge, man, everybody just chilling.
right
You know what? It's no pressure to make you dance.
yep
It's make you
and you can run whatever you want
yeah, it's a pressure to make you groove
whatever you
and
want yep
no
yep
pressure to dance. And that's why I try out a lot of stuff in the cigar lounge, because it's all about the vibe. It ain't no pressure to get people on the dance floor. Now, if people dancing, that's just the plus. But everybody,
right
they just grooving, man. They just grooving. So
right
I test out a lot of stuff in the cigar lounge.
I always say if you see somebody toe tapping a head nodding, you got something. So that's good. Absolutely.
That, that's what makes me start playing Jerusalem at the house sets. Because when I play at the cigar lounge, man, them people be getting up doing like the little line dance, all that, and I'd be like, it work.
Well, the funny thing, so I remember when we used to go to the warehouse on Randolph,
Man,
they would incorporate hip hop.
yeah, yep,
I remember I remember doing Black Sheep, The Choice Is Yours. When X Clan dropped Fire and Earth, they ran that one crazy. So
yep,
sometimes it really doesn't even have to be a house track. That's why I said it's the culture,
yeah,
because we can run music, and the people who have followed us for playing a certain style of music will still stay and listen to see, oh wow, no, they didn't play that.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
absolutely,
I mean, I, again, that's why I says the culture. It's more than anything big. The culture is bigger than anything that we do inside of it. But we I think we because creating your own lane basically, and having people who believe in you and follow you makes a big difference, and that builds confidence for a lot of people.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cause some of the other songs I be playing sometime at my on my house set, I be playing computer games. I be playing Now That We Found Love. I mean, I'm playing
Mhm.
you know what I'm
The
saying?
original,
I'm playing
yeah.
Touch Bus. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Right.
works. It fits.
Well, I mean, it was also prevalent to especially because everybody we deal with on the most part is 50 and up.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we've always been together, and that music has always been around us regardless anyway. So
Yep.
we just reliving it, giving you maybe a time when you remember when it first came out, and like, oh man, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So um
You know what? See, I'm thinking right now. See, like just this conversation making me think. Like I'm the floor house version of Trans Europe Express.
okay, so just to know we here on WNUR are helping the mad scientists create another Frankenstein. So that's good.
Oh,
That's real good.
and that's on that you can play. Everybody gonna be like, yeah, I remember this. And I'm like, let's just
Yeah,
go out and see how that
but
works.
yeah, but you put even a house touch on it. I better be the first one to get it, Mr. Mahone. Anyway, no, I'm just playing. Uh, so all right, so what you got coming up here outside of besides the cigar vibes?
um, you know what? I did. I be holding on to songs forever. So I actually cover version of Last Night a DJ Saved My Life. So my wife is actually singing it. I play it every once in a while. My wife is so mad at me because it's 3 years old, of course. I keep remixing, and then I've tried remixes. I tried to remix on DJing. So actually, we performed at NASCAR for the 40 Years of House. We did a NASCAR show, and I had her perform Last Night at DJ Saved My Life there. So it went well, and I'm gonna talk to E-Dub, man. 'Cause I'm trying to get my day up at GV Disco. I'm trying to get my day. So when I do my day up, when I come to DJ on one of these Sundays, I'm gonna do Hula Mahone and Friends. So when I DJ up there that Sunday, I'm gonna bring like my wife to probably do Last Night DJ Saved My Life. I'm gonna bring one of my guys who play the horn to play while I'm
Okay,
DJing. So I want to do.
okay,
I'm trying to do I was explaining to them I want to do an experience. So
okay.
the whole DJ experience. I want to bring my friends along with me and sing, play while I'm DJing. Because back in the day when I used to DJ in the '80s, my producing partner K Fingers, we had a routine. Like he used to play keyboards when I DJ back in the day, and that's how we really got popular out here in the suburbs. Because he used to play Los Niños, Pue Paz. Man, he used to
Wow.
play. He used to play Free Man. I put on like the electronic drums. Man, he'll play that shit live, and everybody just be sitting there like, wow. So I'm trying to bring a little bit of a live experience on the DJing thing, just to be different, man. So I want to do that when I come up there for GVD one of these times.
That's actually not a bad idea. That actually sounds good. I mean, I think. Well, I mean, that's like the acoustic thing. I think that is actually that's nice.
Man, I
That's actually
was telling my man today when I was out at this event today. I saw my man who played the horn. I said, "Hey man, I'm gonna be at Jackson Park one Sunday coming up." I said, "I want you to come and play the horn." I said, "Give me like 3.5 minutes. If you feel the vibe, go 4 or 5 minutes." And I said, "I put one tracks on." I said, "I'm gonna send you the track. It may be original, it may not." And I said, I just want you to play. And I said, "These people in Jackson Park, they gonna get it. They gonna get it.
oh
They gonna
yeah, well,
get it." So
absolutely.
I said, just get ready. It's gonna be one of these Sundays coming up in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, actually, yeah, yes, matter of fact, we need to hook up offline then because I got we got some stuff going on. We got some stuff going on because like I said, we're doing the four. Actually, not even four. Edub is not going to be there this weekend because the brother is under the weather. So it's really going to be the three horsemen and Mel Gentry. Um, what was another thing I was going to ask you? I can't remember.
Anything.
Anyway, it's going to come to me after I get off air. Like, oh yeah, I meant that, but it don't even matter. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. I don't know if they got another show coming in or not. I'm gonna let the music still play. We can still talk. I don't care until they come in. I'm still on the air.
Hey,
Um,
house heads. Calling all house heads. Hey
right,
y'all, I love y'all, but please support the culture, y'all. The culture needs financial support. It needs financial support. Like like even on last Sunday when they came over there to take donations for the porta potty. I'm like, hell yeah, let me put this 10 in here because I'm like
right.
I party every Sunday.
Mhm.
Porta potty is important.
It's
I
important.
value in the porta potty.
A lot of people running behind trees. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
I porta potty. I put value. in general. So I'm like, y'all ain't gotta do it for the porta potties. Y'all should just do donations just in general.
Right. Well, I mean, but you,
dude, y'all making me want to do something out here once a month, actually, because I'm just like, I love y'all energy, because I'm like, man, these brothers just out here setting up the equipment. I mean, this takes commitment to do this every Sunday.
you see what we do every Sunday morning.
You know I'm there with y'all early in the morning.
You see what we do. We like old school, bringing out all them speakers and stuff. That's
Dude,
old school.
I got some big 18-inch subs, like three-way speakers, man. I be telling people, if y'all want me to come do these things like a real party, I'm like, y'all gotta rent this shit. I'm done carrying this shit back and forth. I'm done.
Oh yeah, it ain't no joke.
Yeah, so when I'm doing that, I'll be like, boy, that's commitment. There every Sunday, that's commitment.
Man, it's for the culture, brother. I mean, to be perfectly honest, Woodline comes out for that.
Yeah.
And so why not? You know what I'm saying? We in our 6th year. This is we know who's coming every week. We know who's going to be there every week. So if we get extra people, we are even more. Man, that Lady Alma, man, that event was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Man, I know it was. And that's what I'm telling my cigar people. I'll be like, hey man, come on out here Sunday for Jackson Park. And I like coming because I only been out there for 2 years selling cigars. But I have regulars out there every Sunday.
Yeah.
They expect to see me there on Sunday selling cigars. I develop a relationship with the people there too.
Yep. So, and what was the other thing? So the biggest thing about what we do is the fact of making sure that nobody forgets the purpose of what we were doing, because this is all that we've been doing for 40 plus years, is creating space for like-minded people who love this type of music, just to come together and enjoy it.
Yep.
Enjoy it. I mean, because we all south of 50 now, man. All of us are south of 50. So we can't be doing this when we 95. We can't be doing this when we're 95.
When I first started Revs, I was like, man, this is gonna happen like 3 years. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be doing this in their 50s. Yada yada.
Yeah. How old are you now?
56.
Exactly. Okay, so that squashed that whole thing. Again, it's the culture, brother. Once it grabs you, it's gone. You done. For real, you done. I feel you.
I have no doubt that we're gonna be doing this in our 60s, because we're gonna be just like the Stepping People, but just house music.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But see now, I'm talking about, ain't nobody rolling out in no wheelchair in the 90s talking about man. I'm gonna die laughing at that point in time. If there's wait a minute. So wait a minute. What? This is 2024, right? So let's add 40 to that. So that's like 64. If 2064, Hula Mahone dropping a track, I'm looking for you. I am looking for you 100%. I'll be like, brother, I feel you, but okay, sit down.
But you know what I'm thinking now? What else I'm gonna do? What else I'm gonna do? This is my life. I ain't got no choice. So I am. I will be, because I ain't got nothing else.
You're gonna be like, ladies and gentlemen, here's Hula Mahone.
Exactly.
I can see it, but that's, you know what though? That's light skin power. That's what that is.
Light skin power all day long.
That's right. All right. Well, there's nobody come in anyway, but we want to end up getting off the air anyway. First of all, brother, I thank you 100%. You are a treasure for the culture, but I am more honored to have you as a friend and know you as a friend more than anything else out here, because you and I talk. It ain't got nothing to do with house music. It's never had nothing to do with house music. It's been respect for each other, and I love that, and I respect it. Same thing I'll say for Maurice too as well, because man, you got, again, from what you guys do from the south suburbs of what you guys started from in the south suburbs, that's global, is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, man. Real talk, real respect. So
I got a
thank
question.
yes, sir.
I be saying Pevin Everett is the new version of Robert Owens.
Yeah.
You can't agree with that? Because I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
absolutely.
I love the way that he get on the track. It ain't no song format. He just be vibing.
Yep.
He just be singing and he just be vibing. And the way he be vibing is so hot. I just be like, man, this dude is incredible.
Well, I think because I agree with you 100%. Just like I believe, and no knock on any other singer, I think Cherie Hicks is the Lolita Holloway of our time. I just think, man, yeah, because I mean, Cherie, man, her flows are ridiculous, man. I mean, and the one thing I love about Cherie Hicks more than anything else, if you're on here, Miss Hicks, I hope you know I've always been an avid follower of yours. Most people, when they create songs, they do so much of an intro and then they start singing, and then of course there's so much. Cherie is into the song. 40 seconds into her song, you hear her automatically turn it up, blah blah blah, and I mean she sings the whole song. I love that. That's passion. I love that passion, man. So Pevin is another one. I've never actually got the opportunity to meet Mr. Everett, but I would love to. So if you know Pevin directly, I want to get Pevin Everett on this format here because I really want to talk.
I know him, but I don't know him like that. I just like his shit.
Okay. I mean,
Maurice got a direct line to him, but I don't. But I just like his shit.
So let me reach out to Grammy award-winning artist Maurice Joshua. If you can, please give me the opportunity to give me an opportunity to interview you because I've been trying to get you on here with him because I wanted you guys on here more than anything else. But I'm happy I got Hula, but I want you too, brother. But if you can, give me the opportunity. I would love to have Mr. Everett on here because I like putting all the voices on here. I've had Cherie Hicks on here. I've had Teresa Griffin on here. Carter Prather has been on here multiple times. I had what's his name? John Pierce on here. So anybody that's come through Chicago or that represents Chicago anywhere else in this world, I want to hear because we need to flowers while we're up, giving respect to the people who have been through this fire, been through this war, been through everything, and is still standing and making this music as great as it is. So that's my plea to you, Joshua. I'm sorry, Grammy Award winning Joshua. I'm teasing you. I'm gonna let you know, Maurice. From now on, I'm teasing you because I'm getting it from the original source over here. So I'm teasing you. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. But brother, I appreciate you 100%. 100%. I again to have you on here. I've been trying to get you on here because I really want you on here. You're really a significant part of the culture. And like I said, flowers while you're walking is way better than flowers after you're gone. Because I want you to know that what you do is appreciated and supported 100%. So
thank you, brother.
Absolutely. So again, let me I'm gonna do both of them at the same time. Let me see where we at. Mic 2. Okay. So all right. So this is WNUR 89.3 FM and HD1 Evanston, Chicago. This is the Vintage House Radio Show with your host this week. Again, my name is Rocky Floyd, and I've had the honor of having Chicago legend DJ, Chicago legend producer, Grammy award winning producer, Hula Mahone. And again, thank you, brother. I greatly appreciate it. And keep doing what you're doing. And I'll make sure I see you on Sunday, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
I'll see you next Sunday.
Take it easy, man. Yes, sir.
Thanks for listening to the Vintage House Show podcast. Please subscribe and share, and check us out live, WNUR 89.3 FM, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.